All right, guys, so I hear that this is a week where we're going to get lots of updates, that there's been a lot of movement in the last 10 days since we spoke.
Yeah, for sure. Lots of action on our end.
Amazing.
Yeah, for sure.
So tell us.
Casting was like crazy. I guess that was kind of where we left off with you last time.
Exactly.
We were going to do, so casting we did the day after we spoke to you, and that was kind of a bit of a mystery. We kind of walked into it. We didn't really know what to expect. Maybe 5 people, 10 people, but over 100, like probably close to 100 people showed up.
Wow, that's amazing.
I don't even know how that happened. Like, we walked in there and it was on this outdoor field, and it was like on a churchyard, and there was a bunch of people here, and I was like, are these people just hanging out here? Or
I didn't think they're all there for us for the auditions.
Wow, did you guys take photos?
Yeah, we took lots of photos.
Yeah, must have been such a surprise.
It was just a whirlwind.
So how did that process go then? You had 100 people. How do you corral them when it's just sort of, you didn't know how many would show up?
Yeah, so I had to, as the auditions got started, it was evident that not everybody spoke English, even though that was kind of a requirement for the audition. So a lot of people were kind of like wanting to try and be seen, but actually didn't speak English, and we were trying to explain, the film is in English and you have to speak English. So we quickly eliminated like about 40 or 50% of the people.
Okay.
After we tried to do some auditions with people that didn't speak English, and we're just like, this is going to take so long. So Marc was doing the auditions, and I was going around and trying to speak to them a little bit and feel out if they spoke English enough to be auditioned.
Right.
And then just I was going around taking everybody's name and info and photo, and then gradually we got through all the auditions. I guess it was about a 4-hour process.
Okay.
To get through everybody. So yeah, we ended up auditioning like maybe 40 or 50 people. It was quite the whirlwind. So then from there, we kind of went through everything that evening and narrowed it down to about 15 people that we wanted to call back. Because it was just, for Marc, it was such a whirlwind. We kind of needed to spend more time with people we thought was good and just see, like, I think they were good, but it was just, we met so many people.
Yeah.
So then we did second auditions. I guess it was about 5 days after that. Okay. And that's where we were able to lock in 10 actors for the cast. So we have a full cast. Yeah,
so everybody's locked in.
So when you... Okay, so you had a bunch of people that you really liked. Did you already know which roles they were going to play, or was it sort of like, okay, this guy's good, maybe we'll put him in that role? Like, were they roles sort of interchangeable based on age and all of that, and gender?
Or like maybe...
Yeah, for sure. I had a basic kind of script that we were kind of going through everybody, but as we started auditioning people, I was starting to kind of take mental notes of different characters I thought they would be able to play. So then on the second auditions, I put them more in that role and then saw how they would be playing. But it was kind of crazy.
And was it primarily men that came out? Were there women? I'm not sure the breakdown of your cast.
Yeah, like probably 50-50.
Wow.
Yeah, but
a lot more men.
Actually. A lot more men speaking English. Like we tried to cast as many women that spoke English and good actors as possible, but it was about like 7 men, 3 women kind of thing.
Right.
One of the best probably actors that showed up was this 11-year-old girl who we cast. Wow. And she was probably like one of the most professional ones there.
Wow.
And she's
Best English,
but like best interpretive. Yeah, we were excited. Like best interpretive, because it's a lot of improvising.
Right.
She got it. We were like, "Have you ever improvised before?" She's like, "Yeah, okay." She's like, she got it. And
I'm a pro. Been there, done that.
Yeah, she's like, oh yeah. I guess she does theater in school, so that's where a lot of her background came from.
Right.
And then the other people are actors, like local actors. Actually, we've been checking out some local films, and we're recognizing all these people from the audition. So it's like a pretty tight-knit community here, and we kind of just like tapped right into that.
Great. And were there, like, so you have your cast now. Was there were there roles that you were sort of thinking, I wish we had a stronger lead or a stronger person for this, or are you really happy with what you found?
I'm really happy with it.
Yeah,
actually.
we're really excited
Amazing.
about it. Like it's, they still need to show up and
Yeah.
film it, so we're just kind of
There's
taking
that.
it day by day. But like, if everything goes as planned with who we
Mhm.
cast, it's an awesome cast for sure. We
Right.
like the different roles that they filled, and yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we were really just trying to look for characters, so we
Mhm.
just, that's kind of, I don't know, that's where we were kind of gravitating to, and that's kind of what we found.
That's
It was
amazing.
like, that's, you brought people back on. It's like, man, okay, this guy's a good character, this girl's good. Their acting, sometimes their English wasn't as good, but their personality pushed through that. So sometimes it was
Right.
just, yeah.
It's about charisma, right?
Yeah, and so like one man actually he doesn't speak English at all, but we have this role that's not there's no speaking. So we're able to cast one person that doesn't even speak English at all.
He
Wow.
was such a character. We were just like, we gotta fit this guy
We gotta-
in something.
Yeah.
We got to make
Yeah,
use
big
of his.
personality just
Yeah.
suits the role.
Well, that's great.
Yeah, totally.
So, okay, so you locked in your cast. That was last week. What else is going on?
Yeah, so it was basically scheduling, setting up all the days. Just, I mean, we're still in the midst of it, making props. We
Right.
got we went down shopping yesterday, got some costumes, just like odds and ends.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was the main thing, costumes, props. Now scheduling, making sure we can fit everybody in around their schedule and going into production.
Yeah,
just
so-
getting ready.
We're slated to start on Saturday. It's going to
Wow.
be the first day. Yeah. So
That's
really soon.
2 days from now.
Yeah, it's really exciting. And then so today we also met with a local film guy that's going to help us. Like we're keeping it super skeleton crew. We just do everything between the two of us, but we actually got somebody who's on board to help us with audio, which is really helpful. So
Right.
we just got back from the meeting with him and locked that in. So that's really exciting too.
That's super cool.
Yeah,
So,
that was a
so you're starting in 2 days. You've got a skeleton crew. Okay, you were working on costumes you mentioned, but do you have to like sew the costumes? Did you have to buy fabric to put the costumes together? Or are you just using ready to wear items?
Yeah, more ready to wear items.
Okay.
We did. There was we bought some material, but I mean, it's basically just we're gonna use it kind of as a DIY kit for
Okay.
one of the characters. So I mean, it's just in the spirit of it too. It's all handmade stuff. So a lot of it was just stuff we could find. Really.
Right.
But it was
Ready,
really
ready
cool,
to wear
like,
stuff. They have a
that area where we got the material, it's like all these tailors sort of around the whole block and people sitting outside with their sewing machines and all these fabric stores. So yeah, it was a really cool experience just kind of shopping for the fabric and
It was crazy. They have it's just a massive kind of, I don't know how to really explain it, but just massive outdoor markets kind of thing.
I know exactly
They
what
have
you mean because they have the same thing in India, and that's one of the things I miss about India is just being able to walk into that market, take a piece of fabric and tell the tailor, this is what I want, can you make it? And 3 days later you'll have your custom made things for very,
Yeah,
very
that's
little.
Exactly. Anything, too.
it's
Yeah.
awesome.
You
Yeah.
could show them a picture of something and
I know.
they'll do.
They're so pro, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the best, getting custom made stuff that is not going to take 3 months and is not going to cost $3,000, right?
Really.
For
Yeah,
sure,
maybe
for
I'll
sure.
send you guys a couple of photos of some dresses that I want. You can just,
Just put in your
Yeah,
order.
just
No,
email.
anyways,
Yeah.
sorry, I digress. Okay, so 2 days from now, you guys are starting. We're hoping that everyone shows up as scheduled. But what is the first scene you guys are going to be filming?
So we're starting with the younger girl. Actually, it's going to be a scene where she's going to be one of the lead characters. We're going to cast her for. So we're kind of building up this story world. So
Okay.
we're taking you into her world and starting to build around a day in the life kind of thing.
Yeah.
That kind of we're trying to ease into it here. Start with
Probably.
the easier stuff. And then,
Yeah, and probably a good place to start because kids are not as, like when you dump someone on set, she's probably going to be totally cool. Like, yeah, I got this. And won't have any hesitancy like adults. We sometimes second guess ourselves,
No,
right?
she's really confident and she's
Yeah.
she's ready to go. So that I think, you know, and it's not with the whole cast too. It's just
Right.
1-2 characters and just kind of easing into it, and then ramp up to the harder stuff later.
Yeah. Wow. So are you shooting every day?
No. We'll have days in between.
So it's going to be starting next week. It's going to be Saturday, and then Sunday we're going to be finding some more props for next week, and then we're shooting all day Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then again Saturday, and then on to the next week. So there are a couple days off, kind of scattered, like Sunday and Friday, so we can prep and kind of be ready to film. Yeah.
Wow. All right. Well, we can't wait to see what happens when you actually get on set. So good luck, and we will check in with you, I guess, right in the midst of things.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome.
Great.
Yeah. We're gonna get it's gonna be exciting.
Yeah, and your shoot is going to last, you said, 20 days or so?
No, we're doing 12. It's gonna be 12 to 14
Wow.
days.
Okay.
Fast paced.
Wow.
But over about like 3 weeks period.
Right.
Yeah, over about 3 weeks, but 12 to 14 days just ripping through it.
Okay. And how's it going, just generally speaking? Like, you've been in Africa now for 2.5 weeks?
No, over a month.
Almost
Is
a month.
it really that
Yeah,
long already?
I think a month today. Yeah.
I think a
Right.
month today.
Wow.
We got here on the 13th of December.
Okay.
It's awesome. We've been eating lots of ugali, the local dish, and just getting to know people around here, the neighbors, the farm life, getting to know the goat here. I just had a baby last week, so there's
Aw.
a baby goat on site. And Africa's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I'll let you know you're not missing anything back here because, well, at least in Toronto, it's been frigid. So the fact that you're sitting there in your sunglasses and such is really bringing out the jealousy in me. But I'm going to live vicariously through you through this process. So just send some sunshine our way.
Right.
You got it.
All right, Emily, Mark, good luck again on Saturday, and we will talk to you next week.
Okay,
Awesome.
thank you so much.
Okay. Ciao.
Bye.